Hello, World Civ 106. Here we are, week 13. And so we have some good news for us this semester. Good news. Well, here's what I mean. If you read my last announcement, you see that there's only going to be a 2-day strike that's unrelated to the other set of issues, but this semester. I even got confused and I thought it was going to be this week, but I guess it's going to be next week. So for this semester, we're going to be finishing up, but we will be having a 2-day strike. Now, this doesn't really change a lot for the online setting, I realize. There's nothing else I can really do to show solidarity other than just black out, to drop out for those 2 days. So I will not be responding to any emails, like I said, or doing any kind of work on those 2 days in solidarity with my colleagues. And if you want to do something to participate and help, if you're interested or you're still trying to get some clarity about this, feel free to talk to your professors at MJC in person. I know they're more than happy to talk about it with you. It's just really frustrating to me. It's very sad. I think it's just ridiculous that we're fighting this hard to just get a very reasonable set of demands. But whatever. We're going to move on from this. So you guys all see now this is what's going on. There's still a potential for a strike next semester. And I think that's where it's going, it looks like to me. I'm not feeling very confident about the direction of things. So whatever. But for now, we know we're gonna be able to finish this semester up, okay? And that's good, I guess. I have to say. So, anyways, I want to move on from that topic. I want to mention, Thanksgiving is coming up. So you see that I canceled an assignment and I put everything is due Sunday. So you have the week cleared out. They don't have Thanksgiving here in the Netherlands. Of course, it's an American holiday. I actually keep forgetting that it's coming up. So anyhow, it's interesting. Thanksgiving has its own kind of controversy from a historical point of view with a lot of people. Many people mention, the legacy of colonization and all of that. This is really kind of hitting me here in the Netherlands. Because I'm living literally in one of the most beautiful places I've ever lived in my life, by the way. This town of Leiden is insanely, almost too perfect. It kind of weirds me out. They can get really rowdy. They're very heavy drinkers. Some could argue this is a culture of alcoholism. But, at 4 a.m. you hear people, shouting through the streets, riding drunkenly on their bicycles. Thank God they're mainly riding their bicycles. But, I never feel any fear of any kind of violence whatsoever here. It's so strange to be in that kind of, like coming from Modesto, from the 209, and being here, it's like, what? I don't understand. But, you look at all this, and you look at this culture, this developed culture for centuries. There is a context to it, and the context is colonialism and imperialism, pillaging Indonesia, pillaging violently. The Dutch East India Company was like a pirate ship. And, the legacy of the West in regards and relations to other people is a topic. It's a topic, right? So, I'm about a 10-minute walk from Pieterskirk, which is Peter's Church. It's a great, interesting historical place. The Pilgrims came from London, from England, which is not that far actually from where I'm at, and they were religious refugees coming into Leiden here, and they stayed in that area, and then they eventually became the Pilgrims that were the undocumented workers on the shores of America, right? If we're going to put it that way. And that affected a lot of the people in the United States, the land, the native indigenous people, ultimately in a negative way. But, I just want to say something. Look, Thanksgiving can mean a lot of things. I have a lot of friends that are vegans and vegetarians. I've kind of tried those paths myself. I have a lot of respect for that. And since I've been traveling, I've definitely lowered I just eat everything. It's been very hard to control my diet, but that's a whole other topic. The bottom line is, the traditional Thanksgiving is a really great thing for some people, and for others, they really change it up quite a bit, or others don't do it at all. And my point is, though, as I want to say, is I think the idea of having a day to be thankful and having a feast and having friends and family together to be thankful for that bounty is important. But what's also good to understand is that bounty in this world has not always just come about by accident or just because someone is lucky. There is an imbalance in the world economically and politically for a reason still to this day. And what's interesting is that you're actually covering Africa this week in a way that I really appreciate, because you're learning more than just about Africa being pillaged. But of course that's what's going to happen. But Africa's legacy with Christianity and Islam and Judaism and its own indigenous religions, it's very interesting, right? And sadly, because of our legacy of colonialism and imperialism, we often don't even get the chance, or we don't take the time to look and reflect upon a continent like Africa and look at Africans for who they are intrinsically, their own cultures and their own set of issues and things that they've had to do and what they have done to develop outside of this power imbalance, right? And, I always want us to be able to move forward with that. But then, I'm here in the Netherlands and it's Christmas time and I'm enjoying it. In the mood, there's like these clouds. I'm like in these cobblestone streets and stuff, and the pastries and the chocolates, the food is off the hook. I'm definitely gaining weight, and it's and the lights. Santa Claus, there's a tradition where he comes from Spain and he sees all the kids and he goes from town to town, and Santa has a helper, Black Pete. Black Pete, a white person in blackface. And I'm like, what is going on? Now, I heard about this when I was in the United States, and I researched it then. But it's weird when you come here and you see this, and you see it, and you're going, what? I don't understand. And I went to a bookstore, and I saw kids' books with this that were really disturbing to me as an American. And I went to the grocery store, Dirk, and there's a cookie. It's Black Pete, this blackface cookie. And I'm like, where am I in the 19th century America? Like slave state or something? Like, what is going on? Well, here's the thing. They never had slavery in the Netherlands, but when they colonized, they had slavery in their colonies. And you'll see in this video clip that Black Pete gets into Dutch culture in the 19th century around that time. There is this context there, but this is a very controversial topic that is being debated in the Netherlands right now. And it's interesting how I get such a wide range of responses from people that I've met here on this topic. But it's just watch the video clip and you'll get it all. And I don't know, it's kind of deep and heavy, and it made me realize that the Western world's relationship to the other parts of the world and the topic of Africa and Africans and like what it all means, this is all still an unresolved thing in terms of these. Well, I don't know what else to say. Watch the video clip. We'll be in touch. Be good to each other, and I will be available if you need me. Enjoy your holiday week.